Wait, no, not yet.
Worst intro ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Rise of the Rune Lords, Chapter 2, Session 20.
Oh my god!
Chapter 2, officially a longer chapter than Chapter 1, and possibly even including Chapter 1.5. Most of that having to do with your Dragon's Punch Bowl expedition.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, that was 1.5?
No. Dragon's Punch Bowl was still part of Chapter 2.
Okay.
1.5 was, I think, Chopper's Island and a couple of other things. Or Takarland, as it is now.
Right.
Sort of haphazardly misspelled in Driftwood on part of the island.
Jakar does not actually know how to spell his own name.
Barbarian.
Right.
Alright, so you awaken in the modest but great value inn. Let's say it's Magnemar's best value in accommodation that doesn't necessarily lead to parasite infestations. So,
I mean, that's better.
yeah. There is a adequate breakfast offered as you come downstairs. Being used to Bethana's kind attentions and Amiko's general offerings, it strikes you as underwhelming.
Well, then toast. I want cereal.
Caladro makes a point to yawn at the food.
So that the food knows that you find it underwhelming?
Yep.
They don't even have a waffle iron at this continental breakfast.
No.
So is our meeting today? Or is it yesterday?
Yeah, you missed it. Your best chance for tracking down everything vanished with your decision to just sleep. No, it is today. And I believe they specified like a time, which may or may not have been.
Passed already?
Yeah, this might be gone. No, it might have been midnight. I'm trying to remember.
Wait, is it like those midnight on the day of, or the day ends, or
Yeah,
how does that work?
Were we actually sleeping during this thing? Or?
The last time's midnight.
Or did it show up like all the subsequent midnights from here on out?
You mean on 3 or
3 of them go?
dropping off payment every oath day at midnight. That was what the journal said. You will know that the standard reckoning refers to the midnight of the day referenced, so the night of that day leading into, rather than the one in the morning previous to the day. Also, days don't technically end until sunup in this area.
Right, well, since we got the whole day, how about we just, get some proper breakfast in us, and, I have no idea what else. Do we have any more business at either of the temples?
Oh, no.
We might actually think about going shopping.
You're welcome to attempt some shopping if you wish. Magnamar is a city of many shopping opportunities.
We haven't done some good equipping since well,
Because we don't get any money.
yeah. It turns out we just did, so we probably should get
Yeah, but it wasn't a lot.
passing them golds around.
I think, didn't she already do that?
Well, no, yeah, yes, I meant back into the local economy.
Oh no, these guys can suck it. I don't have enough gold to give these people a thriving economic structure.
So is someone keeping track of the gold?
I figured the DM was.
Ha!
I'm keeping track of my gold.
The DM keeps track of the world. Once I say you have it, it's your responsibility.
I dislike this.
I assumed Reyna was keeping track of this all.
She is the rogue.
I probably was, but I have it written down somewhere, and I have absolutely no idea where.
Did you just get that bounty?
Yeah, how much was the bounty? It was 500, right?
Yeah. So everybody has 125 from that, except for me. I have 123.
Okay.
Yeah, we already doled that out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
So
that's,
everybody keep track of their own shit now.
that's like the only gold I have.
But there's also a gold above and beyond the gold you needed to get the paladin to clear that house. That was gold that you discovered in the safety deposit box. Well, actually, a lot of that was platinum, and also some gold that you came across in Foxglove's townhouse proper.
Yeah, we only spent 1,000 for the paladin.
Also, you may have to negotiate within the party for different, less equal distributions of gold if you plan on actually buying anything of significant value.
Because I am positive why some people were arguing over it. I was just taking it.
I'm gone. I would suggest that one of the players, start a note thing, a Google Doc.
The Lords of Google.
Lords of Google Deep.
What are we documenting?
How much gold we have?
Yeah, the stuff you get.
Oh, crap on that.
You want someone to create a spreadsheet for loot.
This is exactly why Caladrel, or specifically Dave, you always assume that you get nothing. One, you don't pay attention when it's doled out, and two, you are unwilling to record it.
That's entirely probably not true.
I feel like that's pretty spot on, man.
Anyways, all the stuff that was at the Fox Club Townhouse, Andrew was taking notes on that. At least that was the
Yes, and then it took me a minute to find them, but I did find them.
okay. Because the only other thing that we really got was we didn't get very much from this time around at the manor. Other than my 8 bottles of wine.
Yes. You did get those. But yeah, anything that you would care to purchase, Magmar has way more available than Sandpoint. The rogue just got a fancy new knife,
I have. Okay.
which is worth quite a lot of money. So,
But I like it.
yes, in the estimation of where the wealth gets divided,
Okay, so the thing that I'm looking at, the list of stuff, appears to be stuff from the safety deposit box, not from the townhouse.
You know,
We have 6 platinum bars, 2 gold bars, and an amulet that I thought had already been given to somebody.
yeah, I believe you're correct. We had like a number of like hunting trophies, a couple like coins here and there, but the secret box in the upper floor of the townhouse was the stuff that was really good. It was like a pouch of like however much gold and I want to say various gems.
I did not make a record of any of that. I don't remember that at all. I was keeping track of the stuff that I found
All right,
in the
well,
safety deposit box.
okay.
I'm
After
gonna
this,
have to go listen to the old session and find out exactly what we had.
okay, we can do that. But I think that what we have from just the safety deposit box should be good enough to run on for right now. If anyone has to purchase things, I would like to take a closer look at the hat that was found in the dungeons below the manor, and that Reyna wore as part of a disguise while going to the jailhouse, the armory.
the armory.
Yes, it seemed to be a hat that was actually clean in a place where nothing should actually be clean. And now they have an opportunity, I would like to examine it more closely.
Right. Yes. Where did you get what?
So when we found the dead body of the Varisian, who actually turned out to be the one-armed Red
Ah,
Fang,
exactly. Yes.
there was a hat that
Yes, there was.
to be nice, decent-looking, and clean, unlike everything else in that room.
Yes. Yes, if you would like to examine that hat, you would need to make a detect magic if you suspected magic.
I always suspect magic. That's kind of my default position.
Magic is only a red herring.
Why is everything in PC in this Roll20 looking a little different than normal?
You do update the things occasionally. Okay. Sure. That's the roll you're gonna go with. Fine.
I always assume magic. And then, based on any knowledge, any information I glean from that, I'm gonna roll like shit.
Woo!
I have a +6.
Nice. Well, detecting magic, you get a sense of an illusion. There's an illusory aura, sort of faint.
And my knowledge does not get me any better. Oh, actually, would that be knowledge arcana or spellcraft?
You can make a spellcraft check.
That's a little better.
That is better. All right.
I have more points than that anyways.
So, yes, you can identify its properties with spellcraft. So, using your spellcraft, you get the sense that this feels a lot like a disguise self spell bound into the hat.
Ooh. Um, is it like a spell holder, or is it more like an at will?
No, it seems to be an at will thing. It's actually sort of an impermanent enchantment, but it feels like the one-off disguise self. In all other respects, the hat does appear to be apparently normal.
I mean, would I basically have to be like doing concentration checks while trying to employ that, or would that just like give me an automatic bonus to the disguise?
It functions mechanically. It functions exactly like the disguise self spell, which is 10 minutes per caster level. In this case, the caster level of the item is 1, so you get 10 minutes. It affects the wearer, um, and it is not a concentration.
Excellent.
So you could utilize it. It lasts for 10 minutes, um, and then takes a little bit to recharge. But
Nice. My head slot is currently not taken up.
this apparently normal hat allows its wearer to alter
What?
his or her appearance as with disguise self spell. As part of the disguise, the hat can be changed to appear as a comb, ribbon, headband, cap, coif, hood, helmet, or other headwear.
Quaff.
So does that have any armor component to it, or is it?
Nope, just a hat.
Okay.
But you can make it look like a coif, so there's that.
Quaff.
No, it's not quaff. I'm not drinking anything. It's a coif.
Are you sure?
Super sure.
So, Peckham, out of character, I'm interested to know if you would be willing to sell that to Shakar, who could really utilize it.
It feels like an item that is valuable to the party as a whole. So instead of selling it to you, I would recommend that we just use it as the party deems necessary. In which case, you probably gonna be wearing it a lot.
Well, I
Especially
mean,
while we're here.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Like, that would be hugely helpful to me, like, immediately.
Yeah.
Like,
Here
I
you
want,
go. I slap it on his head and snugly put it down over his eyes. There you go, buddy.
Now no one can see you.
and now do I look like a white guy? Too soon?
Well, you already sounded like one, so.
Using the item does require a use magic item check
Okay.
from non-spellcasters.
All right. Give me a minute here.
Is it possible for him to damage the hat by a full?
No. It's just a spell thing.
It would just fail. He would fail to activate it.
Or it'd be hilarious if he disguised them really terribly.
Unless he tried to activate it like with his scythe.
Yeah, don't do that.
You fail to activate it. You just have a silly looking hat. What do you wish to appear as?
I want to look like the most mundane, average person in the city.
Okay, you can make yourself, including clothing, armor, weapons, and equipment, look different. You can seem 1 foot shorter or taller, thin or fat, or in between. You cannot change your creature type, although you can appear as another subtype.
Oh, so I could appear as human.
Yeah. Otherwise, the extent of the apparent change is up to you. You could add or obscure a minor feature to look like an entirely different person or gender.
Okay. Well, the first thing I would like to do is make it to disguise my wings so that you don't see my wings.
Yeah.
It's gonna stick out.
You're wearing a big flappy coat now.
I thought you were still, or is a Strix still like kind of human?
Creature type is going to be humanoid.
Oh, okay, humanoid.
Yeah. So the subtype to that would be Strix. So as long as he stays within humanoid, like he doesn't get
I
extra
see. So
limbs. Yeah,
he can't turn into a horse.
exactly.
Okay, I thought it was
Yep, my attempt is to actually look as like just a standard average human male, maybe even shorter and fatter than I am now.
All right. Jakar appears suddenly before you, Jerome, after a little bit of straining and perching the hat on his head at a sort of a jaunty angle. To be sort of a portly, mutton chopped. I don't know. There's sort of like a butcher. If you had to guess a trade, and as a matter of fact, he does seem to be wearing an apron and carrying a cleaver.
Well, that's a little disconcerting for the general populace.
Jakar, you have no idea how much I would have wished this back when I was at the frequenting the oyster. I mean, Victoria might have actually been able to not ban me anymore.
This is delightful. Does anyone have a mirror?
I'm sure there's one in the hotel room.
I mean, because
Yes, I have a mirror.
It's like Caladriel. Caladriel would be the one.
Of course it's me.
I mean, like, I'm curious. Like, do I still see my normal self when I look in the mirror, or do I see the mirage that everybody else sees?
Are you going through like a Quantum Leap episode right now?
Oh
I need to
boy.
know if I've, ripped a hole in the space-time continuum. Okay.
You would be able to view the disguise itself
Oh, okay. Delightful.
because you sort of have to craft it, so that helps.
How long does it last for? 10 minutes?
10 minutes. 10 minutes. Something like that.
Gee, I'm gonna need like a quick button for this shit.
Well, it also will take some it takes some rest time in between. You don't just get to like constantly keep it on.
Yeah. There's the way I'm handling that is that there's a recharge roll for it. So you get to roll like a d6.
And it looking like a qua whatever thing, or like something other than like just the hat that it is. That is also part of the illusory. It's not like separately glamorous.
Correct. Yeah, that would just be you get sort of a freebie of making the hat. I mean, you always have to have a hat, right? You always have to have sort of the things that you have, but you can make them look different. It doesn't.
Right. I just mean that like the while you're the hat doesn't can only not look like the normal hat that it is when it's in the illusory spell, not just when I'm walking down the street and not engaging it.
Yeah, it's the part of the same effect. Now you can choose to use. You can choose what you alter. So if you just wanted to alter the hat as a use, you could do that. But
yeah, that's
right.
I wasn't so interested in that.
Speaking, not provide abilities or mannerisms of the chosen form. So you don't, if you become a orc,
elf,
you
don't
don't
get
get
the
to do that stuff. Nor does it alter the perceived tactile touch or audible sound properties of you or your equipment. So if somebody
so it still
brushes
sounds like
against-
Jakar coming out of a butcher.
Yeah, if somebody brushes against your cape, it's going to feel like feathery wings. And your cleaver is going to hit them at a much further distance than they would otherwise expect.
Yeah, Jakar, you're gonna have to work on that your accent. You don't sound anything like a butcher.
And if you use this spell to create a disguise overall, like if you try to enhance changes, you get a +10 bonus to the check to do that.
Ooh, next I'm going to try a jaunty sea captain and a tricorn.
Hey, that could get you down by the docks better. Speaking of which, I was not able to discover earlier what the secret code word for my vest, my waistcoat, to unlock the glamorous ability. What would it take to discover that? Would I have to basically like track down the person who previously owned it, or is this something I can eventually discover with like spellcraft?
It could be discovered with spellcraft. You tapped out your ability. You rolled several checks on it. You can't seem to get a handle on it, but you do know that these types of things can be sussed out that way. You only get so many attempts before it's just like, all right, you just keep rolling until you win.
Is there a magic guild of any kind in town?
So, yeah, you would feel like you need to talk to a wizard, maybe.
Oh God! Is there like a library in town then that I have to like go and knock on their door and?
Can I go into somewhere and talk in an obnoxiously loud voice until somebody gets bothered?
I mean, I can do that. Just tell me what this is and how I can unlock it, and I will stop talking.
Very persuasive. Yes, there is sort of a guild in the area.
Excellent. Well, I have an interest in tracking down the guild, but I don't want to pick up everybody's airtime. Or is anybody else shopping or supplying for the day?
I don't have anything in particular that I feel like doing.
Stone of the Seers, which is 68, is Magdamar's most esteemed school of wizardry. But anyway, anyone else? We haven't actually done shopping yet. He's just been asking people how cunning people think the hat sits.
It's pretty cunning.
All right. I am going to venture off towards numero 68.
All right.
If no one else has any business need for me.
I follow Jerome, but I keep trying to rub my fat belly, but my hand keeps going into it because it's not actually physically there.
Stop picking at it.
Make a perception check.
Who?
Either of you, Chakar or Jerome, or if anyone else is with them.
Okay.
Sorry about all the hammering, but they're still doing renovations next door.
Sorry, this is taking me longer. I don't have multiple screens.
Yeah.
I'll show you later how to use workspaces that will make that easier.
Okay. Reyna.
Yep.
You notice a young child that was sort of wandering the streets some distance up ahead. It has fled in terror of this apparent horrific abomination shoving his hands into what has to be a heinous gut wound and probably attempting to throw entrails all over the city streets.
I elbow Turkar. You need to stop doing that.
Doing what?
You're kind of blowing your disguise by sticking your hand into it in a way that, real flesh doesn't behave. You're starting to attract attention, which was sort of the point of the disguise, was to not attract attention.
Don't worry now, we'll get you to the doctor. These butcher accidents, they can be rather terrible.
Oh, yes. And I lock up. I'm walking incredibly stiffly with my arms at my side and trying to waddle a little bit because I think that's what fat people do. I got a whole penguin thing going on now.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Your bird nature.
Is there a fat person around that I can point out and be like, Turkar, walk like that guy?
On your way to 68, which I think is the number we were looking for. Let's see where you are and where you gotta be. I forgot where 68 is. Oh, 68's over in that part of town, eh? Oh, wow, way over there. Yeah, actually, once you get to sort of that open space, you see a couple of sort of fairly rotund people in colorful robes clustered around, chatting.
Are any of them walking? I need one that's walking so that I can point them out to Turkar and tell him that that's how he should walk.
I don't think he's describing fat people. I think he's describing wizards.
No, he said they were fairly rotund.
Aren't wizards rotund?
A couple of them. The gathering soon breaks up, and a couple of them walk in the direction you were headed, and a couple of them walk down a side street, basically going south. So yes, they are walking.
Are they waddling?
I mean, not as much as Turkar is.
All right, Turkar, check it out. I sort of subtly point in the direction of these people.
Yeah, Turkar's getting more of a waterfowl thing than a slightly different center of gravity thing.
Turkar, also bear in mind that you might want to duck out for when this dispels. Otherwise, it would look very strange for a man to suddenly transform into a fully armored Strix in the middle of the street. It's not generally what people would normally see.
I totally plan on letting that occur, and I'm going to cover my mouth like a girl who's just been caught, like, scantily clad.
I mean, he's walking around with a guy with 3 arms. How much weirder is it going to look?
Pretty weird, actually. I mean, pretty weird.
Given the distance you have to travel, this basically happens now.
Let's assume I was wearing like some kind of cape or a cloak.
You were wearing a waistcoat, as I remember.
And pants. I'm not wearing any cloak.
Yes.
Huh. It sounded just like that. Whoop!
Was there anybody around that saw it?
Hold on, my keyboard just said no typing. Yeah.
So, when that happens,
A berobed figure is staring at you from across the park.
Great.
So, as soon as Turkar sort of transmogrifies back into the familiar Turkar, I will say, "Ta-da!" and sort of gesture grandly at him, and then I will take several dramatic bows and, like, hold out some sort of little thing for tips. See if anybody wants to.
Like a hat.
What are we busking?
Yes, that's exactly what we're doing. Because Turkar just changed out of somebody different right in the middle of town.
All
And
right.
I throw my
The one
hand.
who's trying to keep a low profile has found a shiny new toy and went, "Nope, everybody check out this thing I got!"
I throw my hands up in the air like a girl who just finished a floor routine in gymnastics, all proud and happy.
How about a round of applause for the lovely assistant here?
Thank you, my good people.
The sort of gaunt, a little like Takar has some height on him, but this robed figure across the park is taller, but he's real gaunt in his features. He's very spindly.
Is he dead?
He's like an Ichabod Crane.
Yeah. Um,
Do I
He-
see him?
um, I don't know. Raina was looking. You didn't specify a looking.
Well, I am actively looking to see how people are responding to my transformation.
All right. Yeah, you'd see him. Just as he gives a sort of perfunctory harumph, waves a hand in a certain pattern, utters some words that at this distance you cannot possibly hear, and gracefully levitates into the air and just leaves.
Show off.
I think that was the fella I wanted to go see.
Probably.
Great job.
Conjure up a floating disc and follow him.
I can walk. Yeah, I
Headed
continue.
back to the Seer's Stone, by the way.
What?
It was headed back to the building that you're headed for.
All right. Well, I continue on my way.
All right.
So what do I have to roll to try to re-energize the hat?
You would get basically a roll per probably a roll per hour thereabouts. It would be a D6. You'd get a recharge on a 5 or a 6.
Nope.
Nope. So as you approach, it's a small building, but it is sort of
Filthy?
it's ornate. It's a little, I don't know, it feels self-important.
Well,
It's small. It's small as a statement. It's not like you feel like it's being small on purpose.
Not just because that was the size office space they could afford.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Is there a door? And how am I getting in this place?
There does not appear to be any visible entrance. It is presumably, I mean, with all appearances, it seems to be sort of a solid block of inlaid and ornately carved stone.
All right. Detect magic.
Okay. There's
What do I get from the outside of this?
there is magic.
I mean, do I get the sense of like door or an illusion of a door or not door or
You get the
Anti-door.
sense that there is not an illusion, but you do detect a strong magical field from a certain set of inlaid circles in the paving just out front of the face of the the stone.
the paving in the front of the stone? Um, sorry. What type of what do I get a sense of? Do I
There's
get enough?
couple of circles, and you get a I don't know what school that is.
What can I do a spellcraft to determine better the its function?
Yeah, that's like a dimension door spell, sort of fixed to that area.
Did I roll well enough on spellcraft to understand how to use it?
You understand the principles. Usually, there's a passphrase with these kind of things.
Is this where that guy was standing?
No, he was in the park. He left before you got like
I
close
got
enough to see any of this.
I got you.
Yeah.
Sherba-derba-derba-derba. See any wizard-like people around? You know, glasses on, big beards, staring at their
Pointy
feet,
hat.
pointy hat, nose in a book, or staring at their feet, or whatever the hell they do.
No, but you do see a homeless person sort of tucked in a side alley, sort of next to the building. There doesn't seem to be any of the wizards. You seem that group that was visible earlier has sort of gone wherever they were going.
I wander over to this homeless person. Evening, chap, or good morning, chap.
Hey, what? It's my morning?
So it would seem. Would you know how to get into that building over there?
Building.
I point at the this Wizards Guild building.
Ah, the stuffed shirt repository. Ah, I wouldn't want to be getting in there. Never give me anything. No money, no consideration.
I'd be willing to give you something if you would tell me how to get in there. And I'm careful to again point out directly the building I actually want to get into. I don't know what he's talking about. The stuffed shirt.
Give
I
me
think
something.
he's implying that wizards are full of themselves.
There'd be a gold piece in it for you.
He brightens and looks more animated as he sits more upright than his sort of hunched over position previously had.
I give you 5 silver now, if you can tell me how to get in there, and I'll give you 5 silver after I come back out of that building.
8 silver now. The rest when you come back.
8 silver now, 2 after I come out. That seems like a fair deal.
Does that mean to imply, perhaps, that it's much harder to get out than it is to get in?
I think he just wants to.
He wants to aggle!
He wants to haggle.
Could be. I heard some of the things they've been saying before they vanish.
And what is it that they said?
Seem to be calling on a name. Nivlandis? Yeah, that's it. Nivlandis.
Nivlandis.
Anyone we know?
Nivlandis. Do I know anything about Nivlandis, or if there is a more correct pronunciation?
You Jesus. Knowledge. Give me a knowledge local in addition to your knowledge arcana.
Gah. I look around to the others. Nivlandis guys? Nivlandis? Anyone? Nivlandis? Bueller?
Car had a 17 local.
Chakar, you seem to remember passing a plaque. Looked kind of wizardy in the garden.
Kind
Had
of
like
wizardy.
a figure on it. I don't know, like has to do with wizards.
Hey, Jerome, I think there was a statue for that guy, like in the park over there. And I point in the most broad range, like a 50-degree angle, because I'm kind of lost as to where we are.
We're over here.
Okay, so if we're over here, I'm pointing over here, all the way to over here.
Oh my god.
Half of the city, then.
Pretty much.
All right.
Pretty much.
There was a statue, and I remember the name, and the guy looked kind of skinny and stupid, pointy hat, elf shoes, beard, you know.
Yeah, no, yeah. Wizard. Okay. Well, to hell with it. I walk over to this. You said that these are like concentric circles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I walk over them and just say, like, let's go for broke. Nivlandis. Wave my hands around a little bit.
Woohoo.
One of the circle lights. There are 3 circles.
Oh, Drew, say is the best.
What
Say is the best.
is the best? He's a real smart guy. I'm a big dum-dum, and he's better.
I like
looking
ribbons
than
in my
me.
hair.
I know that guy. He's the greatest guy.
I shout over to the man in the alley. Anything more?
Make me a perception check.
Everybody?
Sure. All right. Reyna. To dial it back a little bit, just as Jerome walks up to the circle and says, Nivlandis, in that pause afterwards, when only one of the circles lights up and he doesn't go anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
you catch out of the corner of your eye the homeless guy sort of wandering off with haste.
Oh, it's
I
Leviosa.
follow him.
Not Leviosa.
Well, I had turned back to him to try to ask for more assistance.
Yeah, but that was
Yeah.
after a while.
Jerome, when you turn back, the homeless guy isn't there. And
Huh.
neither is Reyna.
I guess he doesn't want those 2 silver.
Nothing.
You've gone robotic, Josh.
I said I have nothing. Maybe we should just knock on the circle thing.
I'd recommend against it.
Why?
Sherbert.
What could possibly go wrong?
Never,
Boom,
never
boom,
trust
boom.
a wizard.
So I knock on the door, or what I think is the door, as he tells me not to.
Jerome, make me an additional perception check. Yeah, Trakar's just got fists, like, knocking all over this glowy bit. All you can really see is bird.
Bird. All right. Think, Jerome. Think. What would be helpful in this situation?
Maybe
Being a wizard.
What would I stand up a little straighter, my shoulders back a little bit more, like I twig up my butt or something like that. Think like a wizard. Think like a wizard. Huh, what?
do I need to knock harder?
No. No, stop that. I can't think with all this knocking.
What are you going
Bam.
to do then?
Can't hear when you're thumping.
Yeah, the door is not going to open when the Strix knocks, apparently.
Can I detect anything more since that new light has started up?
Yeah, for an additional examination on the area, you feel like at least one of the circles is like it's sensitive. It's arcane sensitive.
Ah, all right. Well then, what will I do?
Knock your head against these doors, Jerome Borbrander.
Um,
If that doesn't shatter them, I'm going to let a little piece.
no, I walk over and I do an arcane mark into the center of the circle, saying, "Let me in."
All right. As you complement the blue glowing ring with
Jerome Borbranders requests entry.
searing red arcane mark. When you finish the mark and it bursts into that sort of brighter glow that means that you've sort of completed the thing that you're doing, it seems to like sift into the stone beneath you like it was being pulled under sand. So little pieces of it start to go away, and then it's entirely gone, and the second ring lights up.
All right, I would like to do a detect magic on that.
All right. You detect magic on that. You see, it seems to be another circle very similar to the first one that you were able to activate, seems to be a sort of passphrase based thing. But it does seem to have a bit of sort of wording around it that wasn't previously visible. That basically let me see. It says something. Yes, it says "Speak, friend, and enter." It actually says. It says knowledge best spoken without translation.
Knowledge best spoken without translation.
Like a universal language?
Or an old language.
It's looking for Esperanto.
Shit.
Well, I was just going to say, maybe I just need to hit it harder. That's universal. That means come to the fucking door.
Wait a second. I have an idea.
I immediately start to act suddenly very awkwardly paranoid and start moving around quickly.
What are the words again? Knowledge best.
Knowledge is best spoken without translation.
I say in Ignon. This is Jerome Borbrander asking for entry. Ignon is the fire language.
Elemental.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Not it.
You could make checks to see if something. If something to your knowledge, say knowledge arcana.
Well, I figured I'd try something first.
Yeah. I just like wizards, man. They're just. I mean, they always got to be this way.
Tell me about it.
Caladrel,
Yeah.
Literally tell me about it.
what languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Draconic, Elven, Gnome, and Goblin.
You've had to decipher a lot of texts in Draconic. I mean, it is sort of the founding language of all the arcane.
There's some myths about that, yeah.
That's the thing you've heard.
Yeah. Jerome, do you speak Draconic?
No, I do not.
Well, isn't that a shame?
Yeah. Tell
So
me how
what else
to
do we
get
do
to
there?
your building.
Do I introduce? Can I just tell him the words?
It would take a little coaching.
Because Draconic is not the easiest language to pick up. There's a lot of guttural noises.
All right, I grab.
There's a lot of literally
Caladrel.
twisting your tongue into knots.
I grab Caladrel by his coat and
Yeah.
pull him very close towards me in this circle and say, "Speak now."
What am I speaking?
That's up to you.
Read the phrase in Draconic, ass.
Speak, dragon.
I say dragon in Draconic.
So you just say dragon?
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Don't growl at me.
What about open?
What about knowledge?
Knowledge.
Caladrel, as you say knowledge in Draconic, the third circle lights up, and the other two go out.
Well, I jump back from the circle because I don't want to be part of his death.
I'm not gonna die.
Only the third circle is glowing.
Shit. It's because somebody else did it, isn't it?
Only the third circle is glowing.
Yes.
All right. What do I detect?
You seem to suss out that the other two circles, which were previously glowing, have been reset.
Reset.
They are awaiting. They're in the same states they were before you activated. Activated them.
All right.
God damn.
I go over to the first circle. Ms. Mandis.
As you re-enter the circle, you say, Nivolandis, the first circle lights, the third circle goes out.
I go over to the third circle and look at Galadriel and try my very, very bestest to mimic whatever he said.
Ch.2 RotR Ninja.
I said the words.
Wizards, man. I always gotta be like this.
Ch.2. RotR.
You want me to roll anything for my attempt?
Yes, linguistics.
Linguistic.
And
Oh.
while you're trying to do that, I run up and go, "You forgot to count."
Yes.
You
Nice.
nail it. You have
Nicely done.
a lot of time.
Listening to this, my enemy.
Enemy?
Well, I mean, it's what it comes down to is the Varisian imitation game that, as children in the caravan, you used to play to pass time, where you would exactly match sounds and pitches of other children in sort of a round-based knockout style game. You were always very good at that, and you managed to nail the syllable. The third circle lights up. The first and third circles are lit.
And then I once again arcane mark into the last circle. I played your game. Now let me in.
Gondor calls for aid.
The arcane mark flares into life as you finish it, sinks into the stone. The third circle lights, and there is a purple flash, and Jerome is gone.
Oh, I knew it. I knew he was going to die.
Everything just tastes purple.
Jerome, you find yourself in a smoky, incense-laden, sort of dancing light lit foyer area with various garish but expensive-looking draperies hanging all around.
Well, at least that's comforting. Is there anyone here? Am I the first one to enter this place ever?
Ever. Yeah, a wizarding school. Never had a student.
Yes.
You will see, actually, behind a sort of desk area on a raised dais, there is an individual seated who is just staring at you.
Well, don't mind me just barging in. I am in the rather unfortunate predicament of requiring the assistance of a wizard.
You require the assistance of a wizard.
Yes, it seems that I am perhaps tapped out to the extent of my knowledge on a particular matter.
Hardly surprising. So, you thought you would just enter our school?
Well, I imagine right now I'm only in the foyer.
It is a bit further than non-members are typically ever allowed.
My apologies, I didn't see a sign.
Guess what Calido's going to try to do now?
Ch.2, Barada. What is your problem?
I cannot seem to comprehend the secret phrase to the magical phrase to unlock this glamorous ability of my waistcoat.
Clothing? Appearance? Passphrase?
Words.
You mean you wish to contact the Seer's Stone of the Seers, the most renowned school of wizardry in all of Magnamar, because you forgot your password?
Haven't forgotten, didn't know. And besides, I figured if this place is the best around, then surely someone can just tell me in an instant, and I can be on my way and not bother anyone.
Oh, it's too late for that. I suppose you're quite insistent.
Well, I would like to know.
When
If
people
I'm
say
being
things like that, I'm always just inclined to go, no, I honestly couldn't care less, but, now you have to tell me because I know it bothers you.
Are you sure you can even operate this item? Passphrase or no?
I usually have a pretty good handle on this, on things like this, but this one just seems to be slightly out of my range. In order to discern its passphrase.
Natural magics do have their limitations.
At least I'd never had. No, I'm always just amazed by wizards, the dedication that it takes. I just never had the patience.
Yes, I'm sure it was patience that was the limiting factor. I'll try to find an acolyte. Someone first level or something like that.
Imagine it's a 101 class here, right?
Disappears into the back.
I think I made a friend.
Caladriel,
Yeah.
the circle lights up.
Huh. Well, I say knowledge, or go to the third circle, say knowledge in Draconic.
Yeah, they're concentric, so you're just sort of standing in the middle of them.
Say knowledge in Draconic, and say that first password as well.
Nivlandis?
Nivlandis. Hey guys, let's see if this works. Nivlandis.
All of these circles light up. Caladriel,
Whoa. Shit.
make a reflex save.
Shit. Damn it, Turkar. What the hell is that?
Also, can you please stop typing? Caladriel, I know you were typing in private message. I get
Yes.
that. But can the rest of you please stop typing things instead of saying them?
Sorry, other
Does
people
not
were
help.
talking, and I wanted to get this in before he did something.
Yeah, saying it is actually faster.
So I punched Caladriel and demanded to know what he's done with Jerome.
I didn't do anything to Jerome! Nivlandis!
Caladriel, there is a burst of light from Turkar's fist connecting with your face.
Jesus.
It wasn't purple. It was sort of reddish. And as you sort of come back to yourself, all of the rings have faded. And they are slowly fading out on the far edge. It seems to have started to fade in color from where Trikar's arm broke the circles.
God damn it, Trikar.
I want to know what you did with Jerome.
I told him a word. That's all I did. Now I'm trying to go get him, and you fuck shit up. Now then. Caladriel dumps another elixir on the thing.
Lights up.
Says Nivlandis.
Lights up.
Says knowledge and draconic.
Lights
Gives
up.
Trikar the finger.
Trakar, the last thing you see is an elf with his middle finger up, disappearing in a flash of purple light.
That son of a bitch.
Jerome, Caladriel is standing next to you.
I punch him in the face.
Damn it!
Caladriel, make a reflex save.
Ow! Hitting me!
Oh. Oh.
I mean, it doesn't beat my AC, but for the sake of comedy, it hits.
Uh,
Yeah.
you can't spook me like that.
Spook you!
So, Caladriel, you got your middle finger placed in the air. The next thing you know, you're getting slack-jawed.
God damn it!
Yeah, you don't
What
get
are
it.
you doing here? Are you applying to the school?
What? No, I just wanted to see what was going on.
Oh.
I got lonely.
This is a school?
Never mind.
Oh,
What?
great.
I wasn't in
Another
school.
one.
Who are you?
What's the matter with you? Did you lose your socks?
What? No, I've got socks. What?
What are socks?
You might like this one. He's at least learned.
This is a school, you said?
A school? No, no. This is the school of wizardry in Magnema.
Really? Never heard of you.
So at this time, I'm standing in an alleyway just beating the bejesus out of these pickles with my fist going, "Where are all my friends?"
Come back! I will tear this place apart.
All right, Rena ran off to go after the
Rena.
homeless guy.
Uh-huh.
Make me a perception check.
Jesus.
You find the guy, sort of flipping around his filthy cloak, which is a different color on the other side,
Mm-hmm.
and preparing to grab a couple of things that he had around the corner and continue to head out, apparently.
You're awful thankful now.
I continue to follow him.
All right. He does not seem to notice your presence as you keep just the closest you need to be to keep tabs on him, even around corners, but not so close that, like, you're standing on him.
Now, when he flipped his cloak around, was that the only thing that he changed about his appearance?
He's like, when you noticed him a little bit, he was like sort of hunched.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't seem to be hunched anymore.
Okay. Having sort of a man with a twisted lip thing going on?
Yeah, he's moving a lot more easily than anything about his previous bearing would have suggested.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you continue to follow him as he winds down a couple of alleys. You don't feel like he notices your presence, but he is making what you would recognize as a rogue as sort of evasive direction changes.
Okay.
And they seem to be unhurried and sort of habit.
Uh-huh. Bless you.
Yeah, yeah. Elves make me sick.
Oh, the crazy Ivan runs right into her.
Does he seem like he's obviously he's going somewhere, but does it seem like maybe we're drawing to the end of his pilgrimage?
He's covered a lot of distance. Well, he's covered a lot of ground. He hasn't really covered a lot of distance yet, and you get the sense that he's actually now heading in a different direction than he originally started.
Okay.
It's going a little bit north. Make me a perception check, please. Raina, you notice that he's about to turn around and head exactly at you. Thanks, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
You managed to duck to an alley.
Mm-hmm.
He walks 2 or 3 doors directly at where you were, and then turns around again and leads off. Seemingly unconcerned. He doesn't have an alarmed bearing. He then goes up 2 more doors and knocks. One, 2, 1, 1 on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Which a little slit of which opens. Yeah? Yo, it's me, Bill. All right? Just coming back from a day's work. There's like at least 4 or 5 idiots that's trying to get into the seer stone. I give them the word, they get all excited, they get distracted by the circle, and I beat it. I'm coming back to split the take. Now let me in. Door opens. Bill goes in. Door closes.
Okay. Do I know where I am? Like I can get back to the thing?
Make a knowledge local.
Oh boy. That's gonna go super well, I'm sure.
And a perception check. You get 2 opportunities to. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So combined knowledge local of this part of the city. All right. Yeah, you've done some stuff around here before. Perception, like that's a pretty unique feature of that building over there. Yeah, you get a sense that you could find this again.
Okay.
Who paints a building? Who paints a roof bright blue?
Seriously.
So I take special notice of the door that Bill went in.
Yeah. Next to the door frame, there is a series of scratches. You could pass them off as somebody trying to squeeze a bit of furniture through the door that was kind of ill-fitting,
Mm-hmm.
or they could be deliberate.
Thieves Guild markings. Okay.
All right. So what do? You head back, or what?
Oh man, I really don't feel like getting my ass handed to me, but I kind of want to do a thing.
Well, the party is fully split, so.
That's true.
There's Jakar by himself, screaming for his compatriots to come back out of the magic stone.
Do I hear Trakar?
You totally do.
For a 25, do I hear him bellowing?
Ow. Yeah, you get sort of a distant, "Where are they?"
Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna go find Trakar.
Okay.
I cannot be more filled with anxiety than I am at this exact moment.
Super nervous in a hostile city, all by yourself. Some sort of horrible demon witchcraftery thing has taken party members from you, and your longtime traveling companion and friend is nowhere to be seen.
Don't worry, he still has the hat on.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I am so nervous, now Shadow is getting nervous. We're going to have a real problem here soon, guys.
It's
The horse
like a
is ready
horse.
to bite somebody.
The horse is going to trample someone soon.
Roll me a d6, Josh. It's been some time.
Oh dear.
Getting better. Not quite. Okay. Yeah, Raina, you come back to a very agitated Strix, a horse that's champing about a little bit, and a small crowd of general onlookers.
Jesus, Henry Christ. So, I'm gonna whistle. But like not like one of those, like the two fingers in the mouth, everybody pay attention to me. But I'm really only trying to get Trakar to pay attention to me.
All right. Big whistle, which I can't do, so.
And neither can I in actuality, but my mom can.
Wow.
Yeah, look up.
That's not how it went.
Sounds almost entirely unlike that.
The exact opposite, in fact.
All right, so I hear a train whistle from what I assume is only meters away from me.
Yes, I'm fairly close.
And I stop, I see you, and I immediately just run right at you, pick you up, hug you, and
Okay.
I'm just like, my head's all bobbling side to side. I'm very happy to see you and still very nervous, still taking no notice of anyone else around other than you and the horse.
So I, wrap my arms around you. I'm trying to calm you down, and once you're done, like, nuzzling me in sort of a I really missed you type of way, I will ask you what the hell happened to Jerome and Caladrel.
Well, Jerome was standing there and did a thing, and Caladril said something, and then they battled back and forth for a moment, yelling at each other, and then Jerome did something else, and then he disappeared in some purple mist shit. Then Caladril, I hit him and asked him what he did with Jerome. He gave me the finger, and he went away in the purple mist, and no one was here except me and Shadow, and everything was just so lonely, and oh god, look at all these people. Hey,
Yeah.
we're a traveling
Hey,
band.
buddy.
Nothing to see here, just a poor, confused out-of-towner.
I hate this city.
Right? I'm gonna do a... What would it be?
I think calm Strix should be one of your professions.
Like, diplomacy roll to get them all to bugger off?
All right. Yeah, make me a perception, the both of you, while you're at it, too.
Alright, hold on. So, perception...
All right. Both of you hear from somewhere in the crowd, you gotta be careful with them Strix. Murderous, they are.
Time to go. So diplomacy roll. Yes. He's perfectly harmless. He's just very, very shy and nervous about being in a new place, and so I'm just going to take him home now. Thank you all for your concern in making sure that he did not harm himself. I really greatly appreciate it, but now everything is well, and we're going now.
After he says that, because I'm still very agitated, I immediately become enraged and feel threatened.
Now, I'm still holding on to you.
Yeah, he puffs up. He's all puffy.
Well, you're not intimidating me.
No, I'm
And I
getting.
feel like having me, like, sort of wrapped around you in a we were just hugging type of way is going to give you a detriment to your intimidation. Plus, I was super diplomatic, did you see?
Yeah. They start to wander off. A couple of them take backwards glances. And
I puff up because I'm irritated. Like I don't do anything. I puff up. My wings stretch out, and I get like I want to kill that guy.
he's like flexing talons, and so a couple of them take secondary backwards glances. They notice Drakar's newly agitated state. And they quickly turn back around and start leaving a little faster.
Kirkar, honey, you remember that low profile you're supposed to be keeping? This is not helpful to that.
I'm sorry, but the hat thing's not working, and I can't make it work.
Well, it'll come back. Anyway, you want to go have some fun?
Sure.
Excellent. We should probably leave a note for Jerome and Cal.
Let's leave it on Shadow.
Are we leaving Shadow? I don't think that's a thing. Like he's got all of our stuff in a cart.
Wait, he's supposed to be pulling a cart?
Somebody took the cart.
I suppose, did we get the room for multiple? I'm not here.
What did we do with the horse while we were sleeping? And did we actually, like, get him when we started doing things?
The inn does have an attached basic stable.
Okay.
It was part of your fee.
Okay.
Whether or not you picked him up in the morning, given that you were traveling to simply another part of the city, is up to you. Whatever seems appropriate.
I don't know that we would have the cart with us at the very least, but I mean, I don't know.
Well, if you left the cart, what did you take with you from the cart?
I don't even remember what was on the cart. I don't know, like, did we check out of that place, or were we planning on coming back? No, we didn't actually discuss this at the time, so even those of you who are not there, you would have a say in what we did back when we were all together. So what do we think we did?
Well, considering that we still had to like go to this place at midnight, I would say that my expectations would have been that we weren't not just going to like check out of town in the middle of the night.
Right, so we probably still have our...
It's probably reasonable to assume that you got a couple of days, given that you had business at midnight, and either you would survive that business and be tired,
Or be dead.
or be dead. Or maybe have to, like, flee the city, but, like, two of those you can sort of plan for. One of those
to be dead.
One of those sort of happens.
I don't know. I always plan to be dead.
Right?
It makes it much easier for tax purposes.
Yeah. And to be fair, like, it's the easiest thing in the world.
Absolutely.
Being dead is, like, super low impact.
I don't know. Like, having to set up all that inheritance shit and...
No, I'm being buried with it all.
That you gotta do when you're alive. Being dead doesn't have any of that.
Alright.
Well, okay, so we think that we still have the room. Would we have brought Shadow and all of the wagon full of stuff out just to do a basic shopping trip?
I would think not.
Probably not.
Okay. Okay. So no Shadow, no cart,
Yeah, you don't have a ton of stuff. I mean, the cart's got like some hunting trophies and some other large items. Like as far as your personal gear, you've been somewhat used to carrying that on your person.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you grabbed the new knife of yours out of the cart when you
Yes.
left in the morning?
Yes. Well, I had gotten that out of the cart as soon as the paladin wasn't around anymore.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
And I'm carrying my new sword.
It's green.
And I got this hat.
Weird green sword. Okay. So, can I, is there dirt? Can I, scrawl
Dirt!
in dirt? Or, I don't have arcane mark, but, is there...
I do.
Thanks. Is there, a rock that I can use to write on the side of a wall with? That would leave a mark that would just be washed off when it rained?
There is nothing in this particular, where the circles are and that the paved, apron to this building, there is nothing. There is no rocks. There is no dirt. Nothing.
Well,
The park has dirt and sticks and rocks and things.
okay. I'm going to go find a rock.
All right.
So
Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to write on the paved courtyard.
Okay. What do you write?
J and C.
J and
But it's probably not the word and, but just
a little
plus.
All right.
Gypsy, leave her alone.
As you start the C, the J seems to sink into the pavement.
Oh my god, fucking wizards!
You always gotta be like this, man.
Ugh. Well, there is absolutely no good way for us to leave a note. Hopefully they would be intelligent enough to know that we will catch back up with him later.
Well, they've abandoned us. Back to Sandpoint.
That's my right.
Hopefully this will just be a quick little jaunt. So I give up, and I take Jakar back to where Bill went.
All right. Jakar, you're being led into some unassuming parts of the city. It's a little dingier around here.
Boy, Caladra, I just bet that there is bored to tears out there. I wish we could finish up already.
Yeah. Let him run it. It's our turn.
You know, I was going to switch back to you guys, but for that snark, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I will switch back to you.
Well, no, I was commenting that they must be bored to tears. That's not a snark. That's a that's a comedic.
Dave
overtone.
Caladrel was full of snark.
Oh.
What?
Full of it.
No,
I don't know what you're talking about.
there's no snark. Yeah, so the guy asked you if you lost your socks, what you need. You asked if it was a school. He puffed up like an affronted herring. Yes,
Herod.
I mean herring. Like a fish.
Yeah, fish.
It's way more... He's way more fish-like than he is bird-like.
At least he doesn't look like he has a coat full of fighting squirrels.
Yeah, his eyes are like
Elderly squirrels trying to escape from a sack.
a little watery. He has sort of fish lips. He's sallow. He's not necessarily fat, this one, but he's a little waxy.
Gross? That's gross.
He's an indoor kid.
I hope you don't mind my friend. He was going to wait outside, but it's a little cold out there, so he just thought he'd just
No,
step on it.
It's not cold. I got curious.
We rarely have this trouble. How did you
Trouble.
get in here in the first place?
I mean, the rings kind of seemed obvious.
Maybe
Obvious.
wasn't that hard.
Only the third ring has any text on it. It's just rings. Obvious.
Yeah.
Obviously, someone told you something.
Well, what? I mean, he
If you
speaks.
want,
I mean, he told me how to say knowledge.
if you want a secret entrance, don't do it in Draconic. Calijo says in Draconic.
Hmm. Well, apparently you have slightly more training than I gave you credit for.
Just this one.
Yes, I'm the only one with actual formal education in this building.
Don't mind him. You were going to get an acolyte, a student.
Yes,
I
I think.
hope I'm not pulling him out of class or anything.
Wait, is that what you're here for?
Well, I mean, just to ask him a question. I want to know about the waistcoat.
Wait, what? Is that why we're here?
That's why I'm here.
God damn
Why
it.
are you here?
Apparently. Anyway, this will be an interesting lesson on why we continue to study.
You guys got any alchemy courses?
Alchemy is a vulgar practice.
Got me in here.
Don't mind him. He's very vulgar.
Shit.
So there is, you notice, sort of behind and peeking out of the side, around the side of the speaker, a sort of diminutive figure in a plain gray robe. And the speaker gestures them out. Go see to it. It's a simple passphrase divination.
Yes, simple.
Well, hello there. Suppose you'll be helping me out today.
Sort of looks up at you and goes, eek.
Sure, this shouldn't be much trouble for you now.
I'll take a look. Mr. Master tells me just you're not part of the school.
No, I'm not. I'm just here for a quick visit.
We don't get a lot of visitors. Mostly keep to ourselves. Like, there's only like 20 or 30 of us.
No, you guys should do a field trip or something. Get out in town a little bit more. Meet the locals.
Get on with it, Aloysius. This isn't a social visit. Sorry, Master. Yes. Passphrase divination on what?
This fancy waistcoat that I'm wearing. Do you need me to take it off?
No, please don't. I should be able to. Let's see. If it's clothing, then it's modified by the ether in such a. Because a second. No, Tertius level. Of course. Looking sharp? Really?
I usually am.
No, not you. It's the passphrase. The passphrase is looking sharp.
That seems strange. It seems like that'd be a phrase that I would use often.
Well, maybe that's the point. I mean, sometimes you want things to be easy to activate.
I must say, I rather fancy the idea of looking sharp.
As you say the phrase, you get basically the feeling of a question that doesn't have any, that there wasn't given any voice. You feel that feeling of a question hanging in the air.
I look to the guy that I first spoke to when I came in, and I examine. I look over his attire.
He is dressed in a robe that has it's sort of a crimson. It's a dark red, but it has purple bands around the sleeves and the hem, and there are two wide purple and white stripes that go up the face of it and over his shoulders.
All right, I would like the waistcoat to turn into that, except swap the crimson and the purple.
All right. You do this. Why? It's preposterous! You just stop that! Stop that!
I'm sorry, is this the wrong season for this? I thought that maybe this was just the starting uniform.
You have not earned those colors.
I don't know. I think that they look rather sharp, or looking sharp.
Of course, they look sharp. I'm not a professor here.
All right, very well. Looking sharp, and I kind of do it in my usual gaudy, long, like waving robes and such.
All right. Varisian. I don't know that it's more tasteful, but it's at least a more
Appropriate?
Anyway, I trust that's all you needed.
That is all that I needed. I'm sure that my friend here has all manner of questions for you that he'd like to bother you with. Calgary? Oh. But apparently his mind has wandered off somewhere else.
He
Perhaps
just
we'll have
started
to come
work.
Sorry, what?
Because he was like staring off at the wall.
What?
I trust there's nothing else.
Caladriel, is your business settled here?
Not unless you have some proper alchemy classes.
I think that he called them vulgar, an abomination.
No, I'll find an institute of higher learning that is actually worth its merit then. How do we leave this joke of an institution?
I'm sure that you keep talking like that, and they'll send us right out.
That works for me.
Or they'll kill us.
No.
There are other places I'd like to send you.
Good luck doing that without a proper education.
This one has a mouth. My apologies.
Yes. Well, they do frown on me
Murdering folk.
murdering folk, yes.
Incidentally,
Honestly, I don't think the denizens of that plane deserve you two.
That is another failing of you wizardly types.
might I ask, on an off chance, what are the requirements in order to enroll?
You must be hand-selected by the chief wizard during admissions time, which only happens every 5 years. Must show an extreme aptitude towards the arcane and a desire to learn.
Yeah.
Why do I even bother?
Never mind. I'm regretting I even asked.
Simply exit in Draconic. Exit.
Caladriel speaks exit in Draconic.
And 1 sec. I repeat it.
No. It's a long.
Leviosa, not Leviosa. He just belches the whole
It
thing.
got so much worse. It got so much worse.
I'm not getting the
It's
is it more
totally
of the or a
Great. Now I'm going to have to reset the alarm spell. And he smacks a rune on the desk, and you are thrown from the building. There's a purple flash, and you are thrown across the courtyard as there is this resonant wailing for a couple of seconds from the structure itself.
I can't breathe. Oh,
to you too.
I can't breathe.
Jerome, what did you do in there? You had to say one word to get out.
Oh my god, I can't breathe.
I apparently insulted his mother.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing. You deserved it.
Apparently, exit and mother sounds nothing alike, but I'm pretty sure I called her a whore.
Wait, what exactly did you say?
I said.
Oh my god, really? Jesus, Jerome.
What? Am I allowed to say that?
No!
Or
God.
only dragons allowed to say that?
Only dragons are allowed to say that. Jesus.
Ooh.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh god, I'm dying. I'm so dying. Oh, it's
I
been
mean,
a
you
good.
can't just go into any neighborhood and say that word.
Oh. Well, I will not say again.
Damn it, Jerome!
You
are gonna get
just
a
looking
shot.
around nervously.
Yup. You are going to get a shot.
Nobody cares around here. Look, hey guys, we got around here. We got
Hand over his mouth.
Nobody cares.
Dotson, we got Dotson here. See, nobody
Oh, thank you for coming with me.
Caladriel is leaving.
Reyna and Takar aren't outside the building.
Ah.
I haven't noticed yet. I'm more worried about Jerome getting us killed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you might have noticed when you were outside for a good 30 seconds before Jerome actually joined you.
That is true.
Let's see.
So where have Reyna and Takar gone?
The hell away from you! You and your potty mouth. Jesus Christ.
So, like, how far had we gotten by the time they came out? Like, how is the timeline going? Because, like, honestly, when they got in there, I was probably still following What's-His-Face, because it took him forever.
Yeah. The thing is that the guy didn't hurry back with an acolyte. So that made up some time.
Interrupted lesson.
Yeah, you are a couple of blocks in when you hear this sort of distant alarm sound.
Oh, jeez.
From the direction of the facility that you were standing outside, and then it is cut off shortly after that.
I look at your car and say, do you feel like that has anything to do with us?
Of course not.
Yeah, me either. Because anywhere that kind of noise is being made is a place that I don't want to be.
I never go to places like that. I went to a rave once. Don't ever do that.
I accidentally
Rave?
went to a rave once.
Yeah, no, I'm talking in character.
I
Oh.
would like to rave.
Oh, if that's the case, I'm sure that Jerome has gone to a rave. I wander back over to the alley where the nice, kind old man was at to give him his other 2 silver.
No kind old man.
That's weird. Why would he leave 2 silver? Do I see any signs of his anything left behind or direction he went?
There are some light, like, dirt disturbances in that part of the alley, as it's a little bit off of the pristine, wizardly pavement area. They seem to lead down a particular direction down the alley.
Huh. Hey, Cal, where do you think we should go? I guess this guy didn't want his 2 silver.
More silver for us.
Yeah.
Well, the same amount of silver for you.
Well, I guess I'll just plop down in the park. I'm going to obnoxiously and profusely play with my new toy in the middle of the park for everyone to see.
Theme. All right, so you,
And when you're late.
if you're playing with that, how are you playing with it?
I'm just like changing the colors on her like no, not like no purple, no green, no.
No, you.
Ew. Who even came up with chartreuse? It's a hideous color.
Whose idea was this?
Now, keep in mind, between each change, you have to say, looking sharp.
Looking sharp. And I'm just like looking down into like the pool there at the little like fountain pool thing there, just at my reflection.
Does it change when Caladriel tries saying looking sharp?
Nope.
Damn it.
Who's got 2 thumbs and is looking sharp? This guy.
God damn it. You're not going to stop doing that, are you?
Is that ZZ Top I hear, Raina?
I wouldn't know.
I think Sharp Dressed Man is playing.
You know, we hear the ugliest color in existence is called opaque couch. Or something like that.
Opaque couch. Why do I feel like that's more of a pattern than a color?
He just hit a salmon pink that last time.
It's like a brownish, grayish, greenish color.
Wow, that sounds atrocious.
Right?
Is that the color that you get when you just mix every color in the palette together?
Probably. It's like that or puce.
Staunch, twerp, pant.
What the hell? Staunch Twerk Pant is the name of my Smashing Pumpkins cover band.
Anyways, that was all flavor text to just say that I'm staying put.
Right.
Staunch twerp.
Raina and Trakar. Raina, you have led Trakar to an alley with that particular building in it. Trakar, Raina seems to have stopped here like this is supposed to mean something to you.
So, as we were walking, I explained to Turkar that that guy that took 8 silver from Jeroom and gave him the password to get in just took off in sort of a suspicious way, so I followed him. And this is where he came.
Jerome, as you're Josephing your
Magic
amazing.
Technicolor raincoat,
Yeah, exactly.
Raincoat?
or whatever it was.
Waistcoat.
Technicolor. No, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor
Dreamcoat.
Dreamcoat.
But you said raincoat, which was priceless. Because that's just too funny for words.
Well, I'm not talking about a condom.
Ah!
Wow. Now it's even better.
So, as you're doing that, you make a perception, which you did. Is that what you did?
I haven't done a perception recently.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
that perception, that 23 was to detect where that alley guy went.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, this thing can do a lot of stuff.
Man, you bet your britches.
It's
Hey,
just
I could turn these in. No, I probably shouldn't turn these into britches.
Yep. All right, Reyna and Trakar, back to you. Sorry.
Alright.
Should Caladriel have? Is there something that Caladriel would have noticed?
Nope.
Okay.
Even if I was looking, probably not.
So,
It's a slightly different kind of perception.
your waistcoat is getting warm with overuse. It will soon catch fire.
Going with old school magic item destruction rules, so duck.
Wait, what?
No, that's neither here nor there.
So, having explained to Turkar that this is where I followed the guy to, and then I indicate the scratches on the door and say that, this seems to be like Thieves Guild headquarters. So, I kind of want to know what goes on in here, but also, considering that they got in, well, no, he was only supposed to give him that 2 silver if he got back out again. I wonder if he ever got back out.
I've been with you. I don't know.
Interesting. Well, anyway, I want to try something, and we'll see how it goes. If you would be so kind, Trakar, as to stand with your back against the wall here so that anyone looking out of this little peephole does not immediately see you.
Okay.
And I will knock on the door.
Slide. What? Wait. Who are you?
I'm the new girl. The boss hired me.
The boss. Make a persuasion check.
I give her the command signal.
Is persuasion a thing? Like, is
Diplomacy
there...
buff.
Yeah, diplomacy and bluff.
Yeah, bluff. Bluff. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh. All right then. What do you want?
Well, I wanted to know what my assignment was.
I don't know that. Just a doorman.
Well, that's your assignment. That doesn't do me any good, Clearly I need to talk to someone who would know.
Something about a group of dwarves from the next town over making a ruckus.
Right?
Yeah.
Something about the shattered hands or something.
Right? Sprained wrists. Who knows?
Exactly.
Oh, that's great.
Context.
All right.
That's
References.
great.
References.
All right, come on in.
Uh,
Bolt. You hear a bolt being drawn.
okay. When the door opens, I will step in and gesture for Takar to follow me.
Oh, I'm so glad you said to follow you, because I was gonna grab the guy by the throat and haul him up to the ceiling. So it's a good thing you did that.
No, you're gonna follow me in.
All right. Jakar, make a reflex save. The door opens just wide enough for you to get through, Reyna, being held by the guy.
Well, I'm not gonna, let him slam it on Takar. I'm gonna, put my foot in it so that he can't.
Really hard to put your foot in the door backwards.
Sorry, I'm trying to get there. This is taking forever. What the hell's my reflex?
Might be on your
Fence.
defenses
Yeah.
page.
That's the tab.
Oops.
Also, I thought it's part of your token. Click your token and click ref.
Oh, I found it already in the journal.
Nice.
It's a solid thing.
Jakar, you managed to get the bulk of you in the door in such a way that you, finish opening it.
Don't mind me.
Wait, what? And he steps back, pushes you, Reyna, in the chest,
Hey, hands off the merchandise.
and draws a dagger.
Okay.
As he pushes her, I am reaching over her shoulder to slug him right in the mouth.
I'm going to sort of, put a stop to this kerfuffle. That's why he's me bodyguard. No one lays a hand on me without he lays a hand on them.
And I like laying John's hands.
Jesus. This is the accent we're going with? All right.
I'm
You
not
started
sure
it.
what accent it
It
was.
doesn't do human well, okay?
Make me a bluff check.
Who? Me or him or both?
You're the one
Me?
speaking.
Totally me.
Jeez.
Ah. Well, that's all right then. Puts the dagger back. Kind of wish I had a bodyguard. It's not easy watching the door. There's a lot of responsibility.
Well,
Can't just let everybody in.
I totally understand.
Good organization and all.
I mumble something about that's why you're terrible at it.
I mean,
Give Takar a look. Shh.
a secret knock can only go so far, and then it's me. Last line of defense sort of thing. Well, I mean, technically first line of defense. Because then you gotta count the lads down the hall with the crossbows. What are waiting for the password, and then the pit traps. But first line of defense is kind of like the most important line of defense.
Right. You got a good door as long as you keep it closed.
So, by the way, my name's Rachel. And you are...
Oh my Eric.
I'm sorry, out of character. What?
Eric.
Eric. Okay, gotcha. Eric, this is Tom. Indicating Takar.
Tom. All right.
Now, Eric, this being my first day on the job and all, I need to get me assignment, but I don't know where I need to go to get it.
Well, it's not the kind of decision I make. Of course, got enough on my plate. But you're gonna want to stop. You're gonna want to. You probably want to talk to one of the district bosses. What district are you supposed to be operating in?
I hold up 3 fingers.
All right, I'm going to do
Is that like a?
a knowledge local.
Are you trying to wave? Is that?
Oh, shit.
Is it, hello? Does he? Does he understand?
Yeah, he understands. He's all right. He's just he's not from around here. Truth be told, neither am I. I just got into town myself, and I met up with Bill, my second cousin's brother's ex-roommate. You know, we used to hang out together when we were kids.
Bill.
And
Bill's kind of a layabout. He was just in here.
oh, you don't say. Well, see, I was talking with Bill, and he said that you know, they were looking for new recruits, specifically women, because you know, women not usually suspected, and I mean, we have attributes, and I sort of heft my breasts at him, and he just said that he had talked to the boss, and if I wanted the job, I was in, what with my previous experience, and he told me the secret not, and that was really all he said.
Whoa.
So I just got into town. I don't know what the districts are, but up to now I've been working down by picking an area at random.
River.
Well, hell, let's just call it like, what is this little island thing right here? Like, I know enough about the place that, like, I'm pretty sure I've been here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Better yet, where's the
74
where's the oyster? That was like 22 or something like that.
Yeah.
I've been working in that area.
Only a certain type of people work over in that area.
Yeah, well, I've been working in a different way than most.
Working 9 to 5.
Thank you, Dolly Parton.
What the hell? Shucked oyster, come on. Should be able to see that in words. There it is, 41. Dock away. Dock
Boom.
away.
Okay.
See, now Bill should have mentioned something about this. You know, he just told you to knock.
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to have, like, you're supposed to be working with your sponsor, right? So you don't get shot by the lads down the hall with the crossbows. Because there's a password.
Yeah.
I have to get Bill down here. You said he's always shirking work. You know, he's supposed to be picking pockets, right? But like in a crowd, right? Like a high volume job, and he's always just sitting around that wizardy place and just like tricking people into giving him money, and then like stealing their purses when they bend down to do it. It's like, you know, it's Penny Annie, right? He's not pulling in volume, yeah.
Well,
Most of what
seems
he's doing is just sitting around waiting for somebody to come by. It's not an ambush sort of task, you know. You got to get out there and find them. You got to cut purses. You got to find them, right?
yeah, from what I heard about that wizardy place, it doesn't seem like there'd be too many blokes coming round there. Not like they cater to visitors.
I mean, he says he says it's a sweet gig because people are always nosing about, want to figure out how you get in, right? That's his scam that he's playing. But a lot of people do stay away. You know, it's like wizards. You don't want to piss them off or anything and turn you
Yeah.
into a newt.
Well, it seems to me that our friend Bill could be potentially pissing off some wizards.
I mean, it's possible if they found out what he was doing. I mean, because he gives them like he says he gives them like part of the phrase, right? Because the ground gets all glowy over there when they do the thing, and it's like a perfect distraction, he says, and then he can just like scupper off. But you know, that's like part of the phrase, so that would probably piss. I mean, if someone told you like part of the knock or passphrase thing here, and you weren't supposed to know, oh, we'd stab that person like a lot.
I like this rule.
Because
What?
it is a secret organization. We can't have people yakking, you know.
Oh, I totally understand. Anyway, well, speaking of only telling people part of the password, the blokes with the crossbows, that might be a bit of a problem for me and Tom. Because Bill, you know how he gets. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
just so excited. He forgot to tell me apparently the most important part.
Oh, yeah. Those lads, they haven't shot anything in a long time. They're a little jumpy.
You know, and I sort of look around conspiratorially. I lean in toward Eric so that he gets a clear shot down my cleavage. Sometimes I think that Bill might be jealous of my success. Like, maybe he's trying to get me bumped off.
Oh, I don't know. It seems like a lot of work for Bill. Though, being jealous of other people that put in a good, honest day's work, that's reasonable.
Well, I mean, it doesn't seem like it'd be all that much work. He tells me that I've got a job and sends me here, tells me the knock, gets me through the door. But you don't know about me. The blokes with the crossbows, they don't know about me, and I don't know the password to get through the crossbows. So I come out looking like a pincushion, and no one's the wiser except for Bill. I feel like I've been set up. I look at Turkar/Tom sort of indignantly and imply that he should, seem aggressive by, giving him a look.
I knowingly shake my head and cross my arms and make a stern facial expression while exposing I purse my lips, but only in a manner in which to reveal small amount of my teeth being visible.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if Bill's a sort, but it is sort of strange. I mean, he's been with us for a while. He knows how things work. Why wouldn't he have told you the password?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Obviously, we're going to have to get Bill down here to straighten this out. And, if what you say is true, maybe you can tune him up a bit. You and Tom.
I smile, that really awkward Turkar smile.
Well, if he was trying to get me pincushioned, maybe we surprise old Bill.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can call him down here for, something else. Sure, yeah.
We'll be standing... Okay, so, is there... He indicated a hallway that there are people with crossbows in. So is there, a doorway that, very much like I had Turkar doing outside, can we stand on either side of this doorway?
Yep.
Excellent.
This is a small little foyer thing. Yeah.
I take up residence on one side of the doorway and indicate that Tom should do likewise on the opposite side.
This is a good plan.
Yep,
No,
totally sound.
out of character, I just want to let you know, Andrea, that I have every intention on going completely enraged Rambo and murdering everyone around me once this shit starts to go sideways.
Well, we do need to know the password and where the pit traps are.
Well, I can fly, so I'm not real worried about the pit traps.
Yeah, but, like, are you just going to fly the whole time?
And then go in there and, like, mercilessly kill everyone with crossbows? Sure. That sounds like a wonderful idea.
That wasn't really what I had in mind, but since I don't actually know that that's what you're planning, I guess I can't do anything about it.
I'm just saying, we got options. That if I need to go in here and murder everything, I will see it through, but I won't go undamaged
Wasn't the
if I'm
knock?
doing this alone.
No, it's on the other door. It's whoever this guy is supposed to be. I forgot. The doorman.
Eric?
Eric.
Anyway,
Oi, lads, it's Eric. I'm not coming through, so I don't need the password, and don't shoot me. I need one of you to pass a message up the line to get Bill down here. He's got one of the district lieutenants wants to see him right away and can't be bothered to come in and mess with all of this nonsense. He wants him out here right now. All right. Oi, Bill.
Oi!
Bill, you fuck. Get out of here.
You lazy good for nothing son of a bitch.
One of the lieutenants gonna tag you right at the door. You've done something wrong now, Bill.
Hey, Keller, do you think they're dead yet?
Rumble, rumble.
It's only a matter of time, Jerome.
Rumble, 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 blah, 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 blah.
That's what I said earlier. The wizards got pissed about it.
It's because you call his mom a whore.
Damn it, Eric. What is it that you wanted?
Is that Bill? I don't remember him sounding like that. So he comes through the door, presumably, and we are part of the wall. Wait till he gets past, and then close the door behind him and say, "Hello, Bill."
What?
And then indicate Turkar to, like, hold him down. And keep him from speaking.
Who are you? Who are these people? Eric, who would you...
Okay, so,
Make a grapple check.
well, I was kind of going to do a two-step thing, like, lightly chop him in the throat, only a stunning thing, not like to actually injure him, and then I was going to grapple him, catch him off guard, chop him in the throat, and then snatch him up.
All right, make a melee attack then.
Is that just an unarmed strike for
Mhm.
me?
Jiminy crickets.
Yeah. Hey, what is your... And you dogpile him. Eric goes, what? Like, I thought you were going to ask him questions. What the hell is going on?
Eric, calm down, bro. We are gonna ask him questions, but I understand this may seem a little unorthodox, but this is how we handled things in my hometown. It is perceived that this gentleman tried to set me up for a fall, me and my good friend Tom here.
Who is
So-
currently angry?
Who is what?
I said, who is currently angry?
Yes. So, in order to ascertain his guilt or innocence, we gotta scare it out of him. People don't tell the truth. I mean, in our line of work, you know what I mean. Unless they're frightened of grievous bodily harm. And I look directly in Bill's eyes when I say grievous bodily harm.
Make a perception check, the both of you.
Oh, crap, different page.
Doing something with his hands that we should probably stop.
Well, I mean, I can break them.
Raina, you noticed that Bill dropped something when Jakar tackled him.
Does it look like Jerome's money purse?
It does. It does look like that.
That's what I thought.
It's all hand sewn and ornate and Varisian and
Did I miss a perception check on that earlier?
super did.
Is there anything on it that Is there anything on it? You know what? No, never mind. We're going to do something different. I pick it up and sort of brandish it at him. I knew it! You thieving bastard! Now, I look at Eric like, follow me on this. This gent was my mark. I'd been following him. I'd been tailing him. He was rich as the Queen of Sheba. Or, you know, the, like, fucking Pathfinder equivalent thereof.
He was rich as a Lord of Waterdeep. That's not Pathfinder either, but
It was supposed to be my first job on the job, if you know what I mean. He set me up. He told me to go after him. So I do. Only when I gets there, he's got nothing on him. But I'd seen his coin purse earlier. And now, who should come to be in possession of said coin purse but Bill?
Fucking Bill. This guy, and I jerk him real
You
hard.
see what I'm telling you about him setting me up for a fall? Trying to make me look like a fool.
no honor, eh, Bill?
This poor guy. He's so fucked. I have no idea what's going on.
Is there no level that you will not stoop to shirk a good, honest thieving? Boy. Look, I'm glad you guys came in, because an element like this in the organization is dangerous, as that is. We're gonna have to get one of the district bosses to come down here and deal with this. This is internal guild stuff. This is serious business. The whole point of setting up a thieves guild is so you don't have thieves stealing from other thieves.
It is a shame when that sort of thing is taking place. Now then, Bill, you see how this sort of thing tends to upset folk. Is he able to nod from where Turkar has him pinned down?
Takar, is he noddable?
I am nodding his head for him.
Now, you understand that in terms of proper, honest thieving, this sort of thing is unacceptable. For you to bring me into the guild just to set me up for a fall, that's not cool. I indicate that Jakar should slap him.
Oh, that's not what I had an idea of doing, but all right. Whatever.
Hey, I'm not saying anything. I'm just indicating that you should smack him, and you can interpret that however you like.
Well, I mean, if I get him grappled, I'm kind of tied up unless I smack him with my wing.
Bill, by the way, looks terrified.
And so he should. Now then.
So I smack him in the face with my wing.
Which probably freaks him out even more. Like, oh my god! Most people only have 2 hands to hit me with. He has extra things. The feathers are tickling my nose. It's even worse.
I'm allergic to cats.
What does that have to do with feathers?
That's the point. That's why it's humorous.
You freak.
And then I get angry because I'm not a cat.
Now, Bill, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones as far as you and I are concerned. If you promise to never pull any crap like this ever again. And I jingle the money pouch when I say crap like this. Does he nod? Does he have help nodding?
No, I don't attempt to nod, and I actually release my hold on his head.
Okay.
All right.
Breathe. Swallow. Tom, can he breathe?
He can breathe. I only had him in a rear naked choke after I throat chopped him.
I think that's the problem.
I don't know them. Eric.
Down.
Either I look at Eric and I say, "You hear that? You give him a chance to speak, and all he's got to do is attempt to lie, even now after he's done been caught red-handed."
Trying to cover your own ass. Bill, you sicken me.
You should throat chop him on the other side.
Make a bluff check. Jakar, you can assist by making a bluff check of your own.
Okay, let's see. And
Jesus.
Yikes. Bunch of full-faced liars.
This is ridiculous.
Rogue.
This is ridiculous. Bill, I had no idea. This is disgusting. They are here in front of you, and you're still going to try to pull this shit. Look, I bet the 2 of you have better things to do than to hang around for this. But I tell you what, Bill is going to answer for this activity. I'm going to get a hold of the district boss immediately, and I will go to tell him everything that happened there.
I let go of Bill in such a manner that,
Like you're repulsed to be touching him?
well, no, not like that. It's like a forcibly let go of him, so much so that if he's not ready for it, he's going to collapse to the floor immediately.
I
Gypsy,
thought he was on the floor anyway.
No, I had him standing up in a bent backwards in a rear naked choke.
Ah,
Which
you're
is
just
why I
saying
could
that 'cause
easily
you don't wear
remove his
pants.
head.
Eric, I really appreciate all the help that you have given me. But I think you're right that Tom and I have better things to do. After all, it's wearing on. Probably ought to get back toward the docks. It's getting to be a good time to be in that area. And I sort of nod like he should know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, always best for a new recruit to come in with, a substantial first haul. to divvy up. It always looks good on the register, and without this snake stealing your your ill-gotten gains, that should be helpful. Just come back anytime. Let's see, like where are you staying right now? Because I might send somebody over, and we'll get it straightened out proper, and then you get the whole like initiation done properly, where you don't get shot with a lot of crossbows.
See, that is sort of the thing that I was hoping for, is to not get shot by a bunch of crossbows.
Yeah, not crossbows either. It's like heavy crossbows.
I laugh and say, "Wish someone would."
You what?
I laugh as I look at Eric and say, "I wish someone would."
Shoot me with a lot of crossbows? It's kind of a dick move.
Well, again, he just watched me single-handedly throat this guy like in a heartbeat. Like, I feel like he should be somewhat intimidated by me, even more than he might have been already.
You know, that's a strange thing to say. Are you sure he's weird? Like,
He's all right. He's good people.
I stretch my wings far out as they go and crack my neck in the most scary-looking fashion possible.
well, better than Bill here anyway, eh? Kicks him.
Jesus.
I suggest to him out that perhaps Eric is deserving of some compensation for his aid in helping us suss out this traitor.
I give him like 3 gold out of Jerome's bag.
Oh, you dicks.
Oh, you enormous dicks.
I thought it was only 3 gold in the bag.
Oh.
You don't know that.
So he asked me where I was staying. I'm going to oh shoot.
I know what you're thinking.
Doobie doo.
I say
Scrolling.
tell him the truth. We can all become part of the Thieves Guild. What's wrong with that?
What is the Bronze House?
The Bronze House?
Yeah, 42. Is that like a hotel?
I got no 42. Where's 42?
Should be relatively near the oyster. Like directly beneath it.
Bronze House, Dockaway. This is just Dockway. I keep saying Dockaway and I don't know why. Dockway. 42, 42, 42. Down off of that.
Well, that's
thing.
not where I thought I was. Over here.
D8, 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 D8. Bronze House. It's an Aspis Consortium outlet.
The fuck does that even mean?
I don't know, but it's not an inn.
Not an inn. Okay. Well. Doobie-doo. Karen's Camp? Is that somewhere that I could say that I'm staying?
Help me.
It's number 38, right where I'm pinging.
38.
64A Arm Street.
Roof.
Karen's camp. Vrisian encampment.
God, I didn't even realize I was unmuted.
Look no different from others scattered throughout Magnemar, yet those in the know are aware of an important fact. The tents are homes to one of Magnemar's Skarsny gangs.
Okay, I'm going to say that I'm basically staying sort of on the fringes of that, not in the encampment, but sort of just outside of, until I have proper lodgings arranged, because as I said, I just got into town.
Oh. Right. Connected with that lot, are you?
No, but, well, to be honest, some of them have money. That's what that comes down to. And, a lot of them like a good pair of tits.
You got balls. I like you.
So, yeah, I say that I'm staying over there, and that I'm going to go back to work, and Tom and I leave.
All right.
I bid Eric adieu, and I spat at Tom. Or,
You are Tom.
damn it! I don't.
Bill.
I spat at Bill on the floor.
Now, the funny thing about this is that he probably never even, really noticed me when he was picking Jerome's pocket. Like, when Jerome was talking to him, I was just sort of loitering on the fringes,
Yeah.
and he probably didn't even know why I was there.
Got no idea who the fuck you are, or why you just showed up and lit his world on fire.
Or better yet, why we turned one of his known associates against him almost immediately.
I feel a little bad.
I don't feel bad at all because we just rolled like fucking champions.
We really did. We really did. But see, the thing is, they're going to bring in the district lieutenant, and he's just going to get, slaughtered. But they're probably going to send him to some, shitty assignment, which, since he wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing in the first place, I kind of feel like he deserves that anyway.
I don't care if they kill the guy. It's no skin off my back either way.
I mean, he's just an NPC. Oh, that's not a thing. That's not a thing.
At the end of the day, he is still just a dirty human to me.
Right?
Less. I am racist as fuck against humans.
So, we get out of there and wait for the door to close firmly behind me, and I look at your car and just start giggling.
That was awesome!
I hold up Jerome's coin purse and say, "Do you think he even realized it was missing?"
Totally didn't.
Excellent. We'll see how long it takes.
I thought I was paying attention and I didn't even notice it.
Right? So I hide it away on my person somewhere, and we go off in search of the other two, starting with where we last thought them to be.
All right. You approach the front of the Sears, Stone of the Sears.
I'm still looking over the pool. I think I finally settled on the one I want, and it is a nice, decent, ornate green waistcoat.
Seems legit.
This is exactly the way it was when he found it.
Is it really?
I nod. Perfect.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
So, I would like to try to see if I can get the hat to work again.
All right, it's definitely been a time. Roll a d6. Nope.
I don't remember how I got this hat to work last time.
Let me see.
Maybe it just needs to rest a little while.
Yeah,
It's
just
a hat.
sleep on it. Or actually, have it sleep, and you sleep separately. Don't sleep on it.
You're not there. We haven't found you yet.
Room?
Oh, you came back to the entrance. I'm not. I'm like in the park, right next to it.
Oh. Do we see Jerome?
I hear him.
Yeah.
Okay, we
Yeah,
find.
He's standing in front of a fountain, which is a central feature of the park, and like as you were slowly approaching, he was rapidly changing colors.
Caladrel is with Jerome, making sure
Am
he
I
doesn't.
stoned right now? Did one of those stupid potions explode on me again?
What? No.
Did you not notice Jerome changing colors? That was so weird.
He is. What the hell's going on? Drew!
Hey, you guys get some shopping done? Sorry, we were in there for a little while, and then I got a little distracted by looking at myself.
Yeah, I heard that you guys just sort of disappeared into a puff of smoke. I bet that was fun,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, it was kind of a dull. It was a school.
Ew.
Yeah.
What kind of a school doesn't have a normal fucking door? And also, what kind of school doesn't answer the goddamn door?
The pretentious kind.
Yeah, that seems like a thing.
Anyways, you guys get some shopping done?
Well, I mean, no, not really.
We did some reverse shopping.
Yes, that.
What? You returned things?
No. We
Well-
got some things returned.
Wait, what?
What?
Isn't that what I just said?
Ray, maybe you ought to explain.
I think so.
So you know our friendly beggar that was nice enough to give you the password to get into the building?
Yeah, he ran off before I could give him any extra silver. I have 2 extra silver, and I reached to my change purse to show the 2 silver, and
It's not there.
around that. Huh.
Yeah,
Yes. Let me guess. He did want the 2 silver.
he did, and everything else that you possessed. However, I produce it from wherever I had secreted it on my body. I managed to get.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
The most uncomfortable thing.
No. Yeah.
I spill coins all over
No,
the floor.
I wanted to see if you did a thing and you didn't, so that's all right.
Nope, I definitely just pulled it out like, bleh, it's here. Managed to get nearly all of your gold back.
Nearly.
Yeah. He managed to abscond with 3 pieces of gold, but he got a good beating for it.
I only had 4 pieces in there.
Shouldn't you have the 100 and like?
I'm kidding. No, I would have had the 290 in
Yeah.
there.
Jeez, that would have been like a 50-pound brick.
Right?
Well, I don't know. If it's on my inventory, then it's just all in a single change purse. Is that how it works?
Yeah. Well, yeah. We don't pay
Is it a
too close
fucking bag of
attention.
holding or
All
something?
right. So I go ahead and take it back. I divvy up the pouch so that 10 gold pieces are in a pouch I just made out of a corner of my cape or pant, or I have fabric on me.
Okay. He's starting to put coins in his shoes.
That just seems
No.
way
I only-
uncomfortable.
I only put 10 in a quickly made pouch, and I do a thing.
He does a thing.
Do you? Do a thing roll.
Is sleight of hand something you can do untrained?
I think so. Yeah.
I hide the larger change purse on my person.
No, he doesn't.
No. Droom,
I think
you
I
just
do.
like drop that on the ground behind you,
I put
because you
it down my
just tossed
pants.
it right over your shoulder.
I put it down my pants, and it fell out the bottom of my pants.
Fell off the pant leg. Plus, every time you take a step, it jingles. So,
All right, fine. Where do you hide your coins?
When you
Never mind.
reach my hand down in between. Yeah.
Caladriel reaches as well.
That's why you wanted the extra pockets on the inside of that.
God, my body.
That's why you wanted the extra pocket sewed on the inside of that corset.
Yup.
Okay. So when she says, "Tom, guard my body," I immediately strike him.
Okay, fine. That one I may have deserved. Maybe.
I give Caladrel sort of a smirk, and I say, "Nobody touches Rachel's body, lest Tom touches theirs."
Who the fuck is Rachel? Who the hell is Tom?
Oh, we had such fun while you guys had disappeared into a cloud of smoke. Come, and I shall regale you with the tales of our heroism and how I got Droom shit back.
I hold up a finger. One moment. I look up to the sky, and I ask the DM, "What time is it?"
Do you play with a ring?
I do not. I am very specifically curious about what time of day it is.
Good choice. So it's like they did have you wait in there for like an annoyingly long time.
So was I not out by the pond for very long?
You were out there for a little while because you were, pretty engrossed in what you were doing.
I mean, I was looking at me.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can spend hours like that.
Days.
People will try to talk to you, and you're just like, gone.
I'm having a moment.
I would say that you are getting on towards probably, depending on how early you got up, I don't know. I mean, like general morning, like an 8 o'clock-ish.
Right, 10 a.m.
Sort of 10 a.m. thing. Well, I would say that it's
Can we
probably.
split the difference and call it 9?
I say it's probably getting on towards like 2
Oh, okay. Nothing to worry about then.
in the afternoon. Yeah, it's. I mean, it didn't. It took a long time. It didn't take, the day.
All right. Well, I very enthusiastically point at my my waistcoat and say, "Guys, what do you think? Isn't it great?"
It looks exactly like it did the last time you saw him.
Yeah, Droom, that's totally you.
I know.
Very, very spiffy.
Yeah. I like to look down at the pond, look back at them, look at the pond, look back at them.
Caladriel plays with a ring.
God damn it.
Hit him
Anyway.
again.
Anyways,
Why are you
Right.
staring at me?
is there more stuff to be preparing for this evening's activities? Should we go pay a visit to our friend Bill on Arm Street?
Another bill?
Well, is this town just like riddled with bills or something?
Or is that the same bill?
I think I would have noticed if I saw our friend Bill again.
So which bill are you talking about?
The little boy that tried to mug me last night. It was like kind of adorable.
Oh, he was Bill too. You have a problem with Bill. Okay.
We solved Bill's problem, I can assure you.
It's Bill's all
We
the way down.
solved one Bill problem. Now we have another Bill problem.
Well, it's not a problem, an opportunity.
Might be a little early for that, considering how long it's going to be before we're actually ready to do a thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of, do we have a plan?
No, that's why I was trying to come up with one. So, we don't know who's going to be there, how this whole thing goes down, We don't know where we'd stand, or who's standing around us, or who all is going to be on the outside of the building or on the inside of the building. We just don't know.
Well, see, my plan was to crowdsource a plan.
Well, I was thinking. Now,
Just ask all of the random citizenry, like, how do we think we should do this thing that we're trying to keep secret?
my thoughts was, and it was just a hunch. It could be totally wrong here. I reserve the right to be wrong. Is that we send in Bill as a courier to into the barn to pay on our behalf, very threateningly, to make sure he actually goes through with it and doesn't just abscond with our gold like apparently other Bill did. And then basically wait in the rafters to see what happens.
Oh, other Bill, we hardly knew ye.
They call me the Wig. No, they don't. They call me Wiggy. Nope. Bill Wiggins.
So that was my terrible idea. Anyone else have one?
I say we go in claws blazing.
I don't have claws.
Will you do that missile business? That angry fireworks thing?
It's called magic.
Whatever. I don't know. I throw my hands up and just utter.
Paladrel, your thoughts?
Oh, what?
Typical.
Reconnaissance.
Pearl of the King's Navy, you are.
Okay, let's pretend that that I've been working and haven't been able to pay attention.
No, I realize. No, I'm just trying to think of like what how we want to do this thing at the place tonight with the sawmill.
Should we go early and just wait?
Oh, we should have very least scope it out. I think that's in order.
Well, you've got the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
And this
The
guy.
car has the wonderful wacky hat thing.
And
No, we
this
can't
one
figure out how to get it to work again.
and this one is practically invisible.
Yeah, right? That one's invisible. So I think it sounds like I'd be the only one that sticks out.
Especially with that third arm.
Do you have a potion of people not seeing Eunice?
And how?
Invisibility, yes.
Well, there we go.
But it doesn't last forever. So, do I? Doesn't look like
Have
I
a
do.
potion of invisibility that lasts forever?
Do you?
It doesn't look like I have invisibility.
By the way,
Well,
which
yes, it
elixirs did you pour into the ground?
For today, it was. God, what the hell was it? It was Comprehend Languages and Bomber's Eye. First level.
All right. So, you have formulated a plan to sneaky go early, get a look-see at the general vicinity,
Mhm.
perhaps lie in wait, perhaps return at a later time, but at least know what the place looks like. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. In which case, I will call the session there.
Oh, shit.